Welcome to Digital Asset News. I get top stories in cryptocurrency and digital assets and break them down into bite-sized pieces. Today, got a lot of stuff to go over, so let's just jump right in. First up, Anthony Pompliano talks to us about a huge unemployment error and how that affects the traditional market. Also, EOS is launching its own social media platform called Voice, and why I think this is just a flash in the pan and it's going to die quickly. Also, an update to yesterday's article where we talked about the Brave browser difficulties and the scandal that was going on as far as moving affiliate links around when you typed in things like Binance, Trezor, and Coinbase. And finally, we're going to have a little fun with some fantastic price predictions from a venture capitalist. And remember, when we talk about price predictions, it really is just for fun because nobody knows. All right, let's jump right in. But first up, the markets. So it is June 8th. It is about 1:30 Texas time, and it looks like there's not really much going on. Bitcoin holding steady at 9,700 around. Ethereum is doing great, 242. I like to see that. Tether's Tether, and XRP is XRP. And everything else is pretty much the same. There's no big jumps, not really anything going on that I can see. So we'll see what happens. Now, Cardano has their release of their mainnet coming up at the end of this month, so I expect Cardano to do a lot of jumps until that happens, but we will see. Anyhow, let's jump into today's articles. First up, this is one of the YouTube channels that I recommend. If you don't know, in the description channel, or the description of every video I do, I recommend YouTube videos because there is no way that I can give you all the information that you need to know about cryptocurrency. So a lot of people have a lot of great insight. Anthony Pompliano and his fiance is one of them. So if you ever get a chance, check his Lunch Money series out. It's a must. So I always recommend him. Crazy for Cryptos, Crypto Dave, or Digital Dave, and then also Jungle Inc. Because he is, really into XRP, and I always tip my hat to that guy because he does not lose the faith. Anyhow, so here's what we got. So what he's talking about right here, and this is just a minute long, but I thought it was very interesting because last week there was a jobs report that came out, and it looked like there was millions of jobs being created, and everything was just hunky-dory, everything was great, and the economy's turning around along with the traditional market, and it's going to go up and see all-time highs. But guess what? That was a lie. So here, Anthony Pompliano and his fiance break it down. Let's listen.
Talk about my intelligence. What's going on with the unemployment error?
There was a misclassification error made that made the May unemployment rate look better than it actually was. So
they reported
a major error.
13-point-something% unemployment, which meant that there was a 2.5 million jobs created in May. But wait, whoops, we don't know how to count. Instead, the actual unemployment rate is closer to 17%. It's 16 point whatever percent. It's 300 basis points higher. Why? Because they can't count. But the best part is they literally put in a report saying that they were wrong.
Basically, they missed the furloughed people, right?
Yeah, we're just not going to count the people who are unemployed. We'll make the number look better than it actually is. Don't forget, people, stay educated, pay attention. It's all a sham. There's tens of millions of people without work. They can make it seem like things are getting better. Look outside. Doesn't look better to me.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, he's right. So, as I get older, nothing really surprises me. So when I hear about these reports, I'm like, wow, this is from the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and they're pretty crack people. They do, good work. There's a lot of stats and statisticians. And when this kind of goes to the cracks, I'm thinking to myself, what's going on? Because when you see this type of problem, this really affects the market. I mean, because when you see these types of reports, like, oh, this is huge, and then it can lead investors the wrong way for these types of information. So this update came out. So what I expected to happen was the traditional markets to, show a little bit of nostalgia and say, oh, well, I guess it's not going so hot, so maybe we shouldn't invest too much. But again, I was wrong, because if you look at the S&P 500, what is this, 5 years? Wow, sorry. Let's look at today. And look at that. Nice little fat rally. So, yeah, good for that. Unbelievable. So 300 just keeps going up. And of course, this is Eastern time, so it's 4 o'clock over there. And yeah, huge rally. So congratulations, S&P 500. You're based on vapor. I just don't get it. And then we take a look at the Russell 2000 index, same type of thing. But moving back into the S&P real quick, we'll take a look at the 1 day, even the 5 day. When that information came out, I mean, it didn't seem to really stop it. I mean, well, it actually went up. That was good. But when the reality came in and said, no, there's going to be a lot of job losses. Doesn't matter. And then we take a 1 month, 6 month, then go back to the 5 year, just monstrous gains. And then, of course, the crash on March 12th. So let me know what you think in the comments section. Do you think this is some type of rigged report? Do you think this is some kind of political thing? But I can tell you this. It seems to not matter to the market. It doesn't matter what you tell it. Good news, bad news, we're going up, and reality be damned. That's just how it is. Let's move on to the next story. So next up, crypto-powered social media platform, Voice, planning launch for July 4th. It's got a nice ring to it, 4th of July. This is from Michael Levere. Who the heck is this guy? This is Mike. He is a financial and cryptocurrency journalist for Crypto Globe, covering the industry since 2017. So, all right, he's been around for as long as I have. So, yeah, let's see what he's got. Anyhow, he's talking about Voice from EOS. So Voice CEO Sala Zelatimo, it's a good name, claims the underlying blockchain technology was built to scale over the past year with an original reveal planned for fall 2020. However, Zelatimo says recent global events have increased the need for a decentralized social media platform and for the public to take social back from big tech now. That's a nice little cliche saying. So great, good for him. He encouraged users to show their support for Voice as a platform that doesn't play politics, empowers communities, and respects your data. Again, pretty nice. But, I mean, that sounds good. Like, I like to hear those types of things. Block.one, the company behind the development of EOS, has invested $150 million into Voice, spending $30 million on the domain name. Damn, that's crazy. The social media platform was originally designed to operate on EOS's public blockchain before being changed to a custom-made EOS.io blockchain. So that's interesting. So they had to actually customize the blockchain just for this social media platform. So, all right. Beta version, launch in February, uses a native utility token to reward users for creating content. So what is this all about? So I took a look at the actual website, voice.com. I can see why they paid so much. $30 million, that's a lot of money for a domain. And it asks, if you're a human, essentially you are in. And it looks to me like when I'm thinking social media posts or social media platform, I'm thinking like Facebook or like YouTube or like Instagram or something visual. But apparently it's just a bunch of blog posts or just publications or articles that people are writing great content. And then you get paid for it. While others like your post, you earn Voice tokens, and your post gains visibility. You pocket the rewards, blah, 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 collect your Voice and whatever. All right, so I was looking at this and I'm like, what the heck's the difference between this and Medium? It's the same type of thing, right? I mean, Medium, you write some type of post and you get paid for it in whatever it is. I forgot. I signed up for it. Didn't really work out too hot. I'm not a fantastic writer. But yeah, so I'm seeing these things pop up and I think to myself, what separates Voice from Medium, from any of the other types of platforms where you get paid in a token? So I don't know. I don't see the relevance of it. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm just not forward thinking. But let me know what you think in the comments section. Is this going to radically change the social media platform, or is this just another flash in the pan and it's going to die a slow, painful death? Let me know in the comment section. Let's move on. Next up, what happened with Brave Browser now? Rebels design fork with no BAT token. I think this is a huge mistake, and I'm going to tell you why. So, an open source Brave browser fork is being designed as the original browser was involved in unethical use by adding Binance's referral link by default on their browser. So we covered this story yesterday, in yesterday's video where we talked about dropping Coinbase because of all the problems they have. And then we also talked about this scandal, and essentially what it was is, this was from, let's see if I can find the tweet. The tweet was from Cryptonator, and he says, when you're using the Brave browser and type in Binance.us, you end up getting redirected to Binance.us and then a referral link. And what they discovered was that Brave had hard-coded it into their platform, into their browser, where once you typed in Binance.us or Trezor.io or whatever it is, and Coinbase, it'll go to their affiliate link if there's no affiliate link already set in. And of course, then Brave would pocket the affiliate reward. All right. I thought to myself, I don't really care. Honestly, I love browser, and I love Brave. It helps me out a lot. It saves me a lot of time. And if they're going to pocket some money because you didn't click on an affiliate link, well, so much. That's just how it is. However, I will digress and talk about what they're going to do. So this article didn't make too much sense to me because it says here, Brandon Ike, the creator of JavaScript and co-founder of Brave, posted a Twitter thread to explain how the referral links were getting activated automatically. He says, I see mistaken belief that Brave rewrites links in pages. In pages, not in the actual toolbar. We have never and will not do any such thing. The autocomplete defaults we're removing provide completions to Brave's address bar type in. No in-page link rewriting apart from standards compliance and HTTPS. Okay. So, great. That's what he says here. But then in the article we read yesterday, and I didn't specifically talk about this, but let me scroll down. So there's a part here where he says, alongside that, Brave Software CEO Brendan Ike apologized for this mistake and announced that it'll be fixed. So let's take a look at the actual apology itself. So the apology says, hey, we made a mistake. We're correcting. Brave default autocompletes verbatim Binance.us and address bar to add in affiliate code. We are a Binance affiliate. We refer to users via the opt-in trading widget on the new tab page, but autocomplete should not add any code. So my question was this. If that is happening, if you type in Binance.us or Trezor.io or Coinbase.com, if someone types that in and the affiliate code comes up without them knowing, that should mean that the Brave team gets $10 and the user who used that affiliate code without them knowing should also get $10. And I mean, that's how it works with my affiliate links. And I had this question and I actually posted it to Brendan Ike. I haven't got a response yet, but I just did it like half an hour ago, so we'll see. Which is, I mean, that's how it works for affiliate links, right? So even if you didn't like specifically click on an affiliate link and you just typed in Binance.us, shouldn't you get the $10 without you actually knowing? Which would be like a win-win for everybody, right? So I thought that was pretty, I didn't really see the point. And then for this one, this whole article talks about how they're going to hard fork and they're going to get rid of the basic attention token for the Brave browser. I think that's a huge mistake because that's one of the advantages and it gives you the choice. Just like when I click on this plus here, it gives me a new tab. I have it turned off. I don't, because I like to save time. I'm getting old. I've only got so many hours left in the day. So when I save time, I'm happy with that. But other people are like, hey, I got time to search around, and if an ad pops up, no big deal. Somebody had actually written in the comment section from yesterday's video that they've actually made like $180 in the 4 or 5 months that they've used Brave just by having these ads pop up. So I mean, who am I to say, hey, take that away, or another group of people to say, take that away? You have a choice. You can just turn it on or off anytime you want to. So why not just leave it in? I don't understand. And then also for that part, I'm going to let me open up a new private window, a new tab, because I want to test this out. Because if you put in Binance.us and that's it, shouldn't the affiliate link come up? So I'm going to click enter. I don't see an affiliate link. Let me click on here just to make sure. That's the whole thing, HTTPS, Binance.us. So I don't see it unless they changed it already. Let's try Trezor. I don't know. I think maybe it's IO. And let's see if there's an affiliate link. No, there's no affiliate link. So let's try Coinbase. I'm pretty sure it's Coinbase.com. And no affiliate link. So, I mean, this article talks about this automatically autofills. If they already corrected it, that's amazingly fast. So I don't see a problem. But, I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe there's something else going on. But I don't see the big issue. Let's move on. Last up, from Z Crypto, top venture capitalist believes these solid altcoins will outshine Bitcoin. Interesting. So here we go. Now, I'm going to make a point of reference here. These are just price predictions. Don't take them too, literal, because no one really knows. So on June 4th, the co-founder of BlockFi, Simon Dietich, I hope I said that right, took to Twitter to share his bold forecast for the price of the top crypto. Mr. Dietich believes a ferocious bull market awaits, and Bitcoin will likely reach 150,000, making a stunning growth of 1,500%. And you know what? First off, we got to say, who's this guy? Who is Simon Dietich? So I took a look at the website itself. Here is the team for BlockFi. 3 guys. That's it. All right. So Simon, let's look at his LinkedIn real quick. And Simon Dietich is the managing partner at Moonrock Capital. Looks like 2Key Network or BlockFi Research Report. Co-founder of BlockFi. He was a doctoral student. Looks like antibody engineering. Pretty smart guy. Master thesis project, University of Oxford. So yeah, pretty smart guy. How that translates over into cryptocurrency, sure. We need more brain power. Great. So there's one guy. So, but we also got to take a look at the other team. Which, if you're looking at a team of people, you'd kind of want to see more of it built out. But yeah, here we are. Who's Jonathan Habicht? That's the big thing. So Jonathan. He has his degree in economics, started working in business consulting, primary focus on digital transformation, new business models, moved into venture capital 2 years ago, and so on and so forth. So he is an economist, so I can see how that would, fit into the criteria of a management firm for cryptocurrency. And the last one, Zhao Let, looks like he's the lead analyst, and his LinkedIn looks like BlockFi analyst, founder of the Sign. Okay. Analyst, Obvious Capital, provides risk management portfolio with emerging crypto markets. All right. So, and then Chief Information Officer of Blockchain Management Corporation Limited. So, guy's been around. Seems like he knows what's going on. I'd always like to see a bigger group, but hey, startups can't always have it that way. I've been a part of many, and hey, sometimes just me and somebody else. So that's how it goes. All right. And then BlockFi, just so you guys know, BlockFi is looks like it's digital assets, security, wealth, and what do they do? It looks like they do fundamental analysis, portfolio markups, and market analysis, maybe TA, and they kind of just tell you what to buy. So, having said that, I will just say, when someone in this position makes predictions for prices, you have to understand probably why they're doing it is to gain a buzz around their product. And that's okay. That's called marketing. That's how you do it. And you can make the most outlandish, crazy types of thing. Look at John McAfee. Bitcoin's going to a million or I'll eat my junk. So if you do some crazy things like that, that just brings you attention. And that's just how it is. So again, don't put too much stock into these types of price predictions because no one knows. I mean, we have an idea, but no one knows. But it's just for fun. So let's take a look at what this guy's got to say. So Dietrich believes Ethereum will climb to 9,000. He believes the Binance coin will go to $500. Chainlink and Tezos both predicted to hit $200, but all these pale in comparison because he thinks that VeChain is going from 0.007 or less than a penny up to $1. Now, that's a little crazy. However, is it really? Because look, Bitcoin went from a couple pennies all the way to $100, 10,000, and then 20,000 roughly. Ethereum went from $1 all the way up to 1,400. So when we talk about these price predictions, sure, it seems outlandish, but really is it? We have a market cap of around $270 billion. And as far as the money in the world, we're talking of quadrillions if we take a look at derivatives. So maybe it's not so crazy. However, just take it with a grain of salt. So when he talks about these price predictions, I can say to myself, well, that kind of comes in line with what I kind of figured. And when I went into it, remember, these are just my price predictions, could be totally wrong. Let's look at this first. So if we're looking at the actual, how Bitcoin went up from 2011, the first halving, just look at these increases, 8,000%, almost 3,000%. And now when we look at the third one, how high are we going to go? Well, we can just take a look at what happened in the past and maybe look at what's going to happen in the future. So if we just look at dates, the price of the halving for the first one, which is November 28th, 2012, it was $12. And at the end of to the all-time high for that era, it was almost 1,000. So you went from $12 to 1,000. That's almost 8,000% increase. All right. The second halving, which happened on July 9th, 2016, the price was $650. And from 2016 to 2017, it went from $650 to almost 20,000. So you're looking at about 3,000%. So 8,000 to 3,000, you're looking at about a third, right? A third of that. So if we take that 3,000 and we drop it by about a third, we're getting about 1,000%. 1,000% increase for the third halving all-time high. So what was the price of the halving? Roughly around 10,000. And I made this in December 2019, I think it was, or maybe January 2020. But I thought it was going to be around 10,000, and I got lucky and it was right. So 10,000 and then 1,000%, you're looking at a 10x gain. So you're looking at 100,000. So this guy Dietrich thinks, well, it's going to be about 150. Sure, I can see that. If you're that's a very conservative model. You've got people like Raoul Pal. He still thinks it's going to go to 1 million. And you got other people thinking 250,000. So anywhere around there, I think it's a pretty good bet. And that's what it is, a bet. But we will see. But if we take a look at Ethereum, he said that price was going to climb to 9,000. I think it's going to be 10,000 and maybe even 20,000. I'm going to show you why. So if we look at the same type of thing, because everything's in line with Bitcoin, right? It follows it. So the first halving, there was no first halving because it wasn't around, Ethereum wasn't around until 2015, and that's when it was a whole dollar. So at the second halving, on that date, which was July 9, 2016, it was at $10. So from whenever that thing started, Ethereum, 2015, to right here, it went up about 10x. Went from $1 to about $10, right? We'll say that, 11x. And then for the all-time high of the era, which was 2017, it went from $11 to $1,400. That's 140x. So if we do the same type of math and we carry it over, remember, I made this again in like around January. I thought, well, maybe it's going to be around $200. And sure enough, it was what, 220, 212 or something around there. And I got lucky again. It was $200. So if it was $200, and then we extrapolate that by, well, we got $11 for the first half or the second halving. Third halving is $200. That's a 20x gain. Okay. But then from here, so if we think, well, if we take the 20x, it was $1,400 for the all-time high, and we take 1,400 times 20, that's 28,000. So anywhere between, from what Dietrich thinks, 9,000 and 28,000, I think it's a pretty reasonable guess. And it's exactly what it is. It's a guess. So I know right now people are screaming at the screen going, do you know what the market cap is going to be if that was really true? Yes, I do. So there's a thing called coinguides.org. You can go there and you can put in the current price, circulating supply, and the market's cap, and it's going to spit out the information. So let's just take a look real quick. What is the circulating supply right now of Ethereum? 111 million, roughly. Okay, so we'll put that in. And of course, it's going to go up a little bit. I don't know how much, but 111 million, that's a circulating supply. If the current price is, we'll say $10,000. That's $1 trillion market cap. That's $1 trillion. 1 trillion. Can we hit that? I think so. I mean, the whole market cap of 2017 was 860 billion, but I think this one's going to be much bigger, especially with all the track that has been laid and all the different institutions that have been coming in and all the different advancements that we've made. I don't see why this couldn't be 1 trillion and Bitcoin be 2, 3, 4 trillion. I mean, look, if you look at the total amount of money in the world, quadrillion, that's a lot of money. And I think this has the opportunity to really change everything. All right, let me know what you think in the comments section. If I am like way off base, if you think Ethereum's going to 0, let me know. If you think Bitcoin's going to 1 million, let me know. Because it's all just a guess. And that's really what it comes down to. Anyhow, that's it for today. I want to say thanks for sticking with me. Hopefully we can edit this out and shorten it down to like maybe around 20 minutes. Who knows? But at the end, I always want to say thanks. So thanks to all my supporters. If you don't know, there's a join button underneath. When you click on that, you can become a member. Now, members don't get anything special. There's no hidden content. I don't, keep things gated for members and non-members. Everybody gets the same stuff. But if you join, it's kind of like a tip. And level ones, they pay a couple bucks. And it's kind of like saying, thanks for the video. And I say thank you back for supporting me. I really appreciate it. So level ones, thank everybody. That's great. Really appreciate you. Level 2, they pay a little more. And I give them a shout out. So shout out to All Right Soft. Wen Mullet, who's always helping me hold it down the premieres. Myself, who else? Dave Plummer, Straight Talking Guys, got a YouTube channel, check it out. Grant Sharman, Bruce Wood, Baking Benjamins, Noah Flippin' Vegas, Martin Lewin, Michael Ralph, William Howell, Crazy Crypto Canuck. Check out this name, Tessie Ryusaki Positive. That's a great name. Fire Swing Golf, JC Durex Code, Crypto Veritas, John Miller, The Office, L Merg, the Merg, Michael Jeffrey, The Kell Show, Mage Research, Cam, and our last two, Terry Prospery, that's a great name, and XRP Carolina. And I want to say thanks to everybody. And before we sign off, I have to make mention, Terry actually emailed me, and she said, hey, I got an email from Dan Digital Asset New, without the S, at Gmail, and they were offering some kind of trading course or whatever. Is that you? And I was like, no, I don't trade. And that's somebody who got your email. So 2 things. First of all, my email is dandigitalassetnews with an S at gmail.com. Someone has registered dandigitalassetnew@gmail.com, and they are spamming everybody. So that's the first thing. If you see Dan Digital Asset New, send them a nice email back. Tell them what a piece of trash they are, and then also put them in the spam or junk folder so that will continually go there. That's the first thing. The second thing is I really wonder, how does this person get everybody's email that are subscribers to my channel? I don't know how to do that. I wouldn't want to do that, first of all, but how do they get access to my subscribers' emails? Because that should be private, unless there's something that I don't know, or they're using some kind of scraper tool or something. But if you know how that is, let me know in the comments section, because that's interesting. I think it's very dangerous, and first of all, I would not want to do that, because what's the point? You should have a double opt-in. I do marketing for one of the businesses, and one of the things that I always preach is you have to do a double opt-in. So if people sign up for your list, they should get another email that said, hey, did you want to sign up for this? Click here to confirm or not. But this person, I need to know how they do that, so hopefully I can stop it. And that's it. So thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate it. And that's it for today. See ya on the next one.